Take a quick peek at Science Sustainability Day on April 9th, 2022 from SSSIO-USA, starting with live Seva events followed by a musical guest, panel speakers, and a game show with our own students and young adults. Jai Sai Ram.
Towards this commitment to nurture our planet, our Mother Nature, many centers have come together across the US with various service activities such as tree planting, park cleanup, river cleanup, forest cleanup, highway cleanup, etc. Again, I think with that one commitment towards serving the Mother Nature.
Sai Ram everyone, we are really having fun here, clean the brand park. I never realized actually outdoor service activity is so much fun. We have been stuck indoors because of COVID. Now we got a chance to come out.
Yeah, Sai Ram, my name is Avni. I'm also a Group 4 student. In addition to trash, we found parts of Swami's presence like these rocks that have nice messages on them, and some of them have pictures on them.
We were able to fill up all our bags with the litter in the roads and in the area of the groves. So we are excited and we are happy, and I think most of our volunteers are here.
We are all scattered out, and now we are all just.
All the centers are representing Region 8, and we are planting these trees, and we have 4 different types of trees that we are planting today throughout the park.
So today we're having this event for the sole purpose of inspiring the entire Sai family and their families to protect Mother Nature as we would our own bodies. Because indeed, our teacher Sai Baba tells us that the 5 elements of which the entire cosmos is built up are present also in human beings.
And I've been a student of spirituality since I was a child, and I've developed a deep love for God, and it was my love for God that has carried me throughout my journey and actually kind of landed me in this realization that if we really love God, then we also love the earth. Oh, great Spirit, we give a gratitude and praise. And her love endures. We are blessed, and all the children of the world are safe. The waters run clean, and the forests give shade. The soil is rich, and the mountain peaks reach high. And all living beings are in harmony.
Is when you practice that mindfulness, you're actually practicing being less judgmental of yourself and others. And the more you practice that, the more you're able to see if somebody's not doing something that you think is right for nature. You sort of remove the judgment. That's sort of removing the separation you have from that person, and you're able to access the fact that there's a reason. Maybe there's less knowledge, less access, less understanding.
Something I've heard you talk about, Shruti, which is this idea of going from ego to eco. I wonder if you could say a few words about that.
Yeah, I just wanted to build on what Lena was saying as well. When you said, what can we do? The first thing that came to my mind was, like, what can we be? And when we are loving, and when we love the earth, when we embody that, the action's actually really easy. Like, we can all find things to do. It's not, we don't need to be told what to do. It's the inner purification, which is hard, which is the daily sadhana. It's the moment-to-moment mindfulness. It's the taking his name. It's the allowing the voice of the conscience to be louder than the voice of the mind with its likes and dislikes and desires. And for me, that's the hard work, and you don't see the results immediately. So I mean, the overall kind of feeling is just, if we intensify our sadhana in whatever way, that I think is the work. It's the only work. Swami is the ultimate example, and his life is very countercultural. Like, we live in such a consumeristic society. I was reading the other day, if everyone lived like a New Zealander, we'd need 3 and something Earths to sustain us. If everyone lived like someone in the US, the average person, it was more than 5 Earths. So clearly, like, the average quality of life, I'm guessing most of us on this call, is unsustainable. So first, myself included, like, it's very challenging, of course, and we're all trying, so I'm not judging that, you know, but at the same time, that's the reality. And you look at the life Swami lived, he barely had a few pieces of clothes, you know, like every second of electricity, water he would save. I was reading the other day, I heard a beautiful story when the Gujarat earthquake hit. He donated every single one of his good pieces of clothing for people who were affected by the earthquake, and his robes would be turned into multiple skirts, and he kept only the torn clothes for himself, and he wore this torn dhoti at the darshan, which is what some of the students saw, and they even realized this was going on. And so you've got this example of someone who is giving everything out of selflessness, owns very little, lives in a tiny space. And, you know, in our Indian culture, we buy new clothes for Diwali and new clothes for this festival, and it's your birthday, let's get some new stuff, and let's buy this and buy this and buy gifts. And so I think we've got the kind of brave work of doing something very countercultural, which is not, at least how I feel our Indian culture is in many ways.
Can you guess how long a typical American shower lasts? Alright, so let's see if our answer is correct. Suchitra, next slide please. And it is 5 to 10 minutes. And now I believe we are going on the last question. Answer this question correctly, you become the EnviroCare champ, or you have the title of the EnviroCare champ. You guys are already champions. And this one is from our own dearest Swami. Nature is, in a sense, divinity itself. All this is divine. All this is God. So tread softly, move reverentially, and blank gratefully. A lot of responses for this one. It is B, utilize. So tread softly, move reverentially, and utilize gratefully.
Love and gratefulness in my heart. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.